Deadpool and Wolverine. Fine. So I've finally seen this. And yeah, man, it's a big recommend, but I wouldn't recommend going to the cinema for it. For me, it wasn't worth going to the cinema. But there's a Blu-ray version online. But normally what I do is I look for an online version of a movie I want to see, but it's too much trouble to go to Flicks, like Planet of the Apes, right? And then if it's a good movie and I like, I will buy it. And I really want to buy physical copies of this, Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, and Furiosa, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was very authentically Mad Max. Amazingly. But a lot of people strongly disagree, but I liked it a lot. So I'm going to buy it. But if it's something I didn't like, I wouldn't want, I'll go on a movie cinema website and buy a ticket. Right, that's how I would do it. So this one, yeah, I'm definitely buying it when it comes out on Blu-ray, and it's got a proud place on my shelf for many reasons. So I went in this with low expectations of it being like a reasonably stupid wink, constantly at camera. Rabbi, didn't see the Apple Killer as a Doctor Who fan. I don't want to know. All right, we'll get to that soon. Oy vey. Thank you, Neville. Yeah, look, if you are vaguely into Marvel comic books ever, this is like a slow wish fulfillment hand job to you. It definitely delivers everything that comic book fans have wanted to see in Wolverine forever. But actually also delivers, I think, a very, very engaging and entertaining story with great characterizations that feel authentic and have weight and purpose. And it was also funny and fun, right? And also, again, very reverential to comics, delivering what people have wanted to see in their fantasies of what a comic book movie. So, and some things you see and you go, oh, that's why they've never done it. It looks stupid, right? But some things are, a lot of it really cool. So it's weakest when it's nearest the Disney universe. And for some reason, I can't remember why, you have the time cops from Loki show up, right? And there's Ryan Reynolds is very good. That's something I really didn't bargain on. I thought Ryan Reynolds would be irritating. No, he was actually very, very good. He's very funny and very clever, right? And yeah, definitely good with this role. And he's able to add layers to it, which without diminishing the snarkiness of it, right? And the humor of it. The humor of it is very good. Right, and honestly, I think this is a great movie to merge between the 20th Century Fox and the Disney universes, which is a lot of what this movie is about, very openly, as Deadpool says to camera often, right? So anyway, yeah, so you got that time thing, and yeah, that's not very good. But Matthew McFadden is a bad guy. Matthew McFadden. I really like Matthew McFadden. He was a great character in Succession. Succession is a TV show about this ultra wealthy Rupert Murdoch type person and his family, right? His like dysfunctional family, and he was married to his daughter, and he just like full of greed and avarice, right? Essentially, so he was great in that. So he plays the villain in this. He's like the time, whatever. Keeper's villainous guy. I don't know. Like he's essentially a MacGuffin to get Deadpool and Wolverine together, right? So yeah, this universe is going to die because there's no Wolverine. So Deadpool goes on a mission throughout realities to find him, essentially, right? So this is where you get a lot of very good cameos. You get like the Henry Cavill Wolverine, which isn't as good as you think it's going to be, right? But yeah, there's so many in jokes and cameos in it. They're like just relentless. And again, as a movie to watch at home, fantastic. A movie for streaming, fantastic. I would be irritated if I went to the cinema, but like it's a movie that you can stop, go, and go and have a shit and come back to. You really don't want to miss any of it. But it's a bit full on, right? It's good to turn it off for 10 minutes. right? When you go for a shit, you go like, oh, yes, good. So they find this alternate version Wolverine. It's Hugh Jackman. Essentially, it's exactly the same. And he's let down his universe. He's got like this guilt stuff going on. But he let his Professor X die or something along those lines. So again, he's got that like very ingrained Wolverine, I'm beyond redemption and self-hatred, where he normally starts his arc from, right? Where he started his original arc from, and then for some reason they get zapped into this netherworld, right? Where people cease to exist, and then there you get a ton of other great cameos. I mean, they are and not even cameos, I will say characters. Which are a lot of fun, right? A lot, and again, delivering stuff that you've always want to see. The villain Cassandra Nova is awesome. Oh my god! So yeah, this feels like a comic written by Grant Morrison and what's his name, Garth Ennis, and drawn by Frank Quitely, right? It's got such an authentic comic book vibe. It is amazing how authentic it is, right? And again, sometimes to its detriment. But Cassandra Nova is fantastic, right? They got this effect where she runs fingers through people's heads. Let me see if I can get a trailer of this to comment on, because again, I'm surprised at how good it was, right? I'm surprised again. It was a movie that actually had characters you care about, right? I am genuinely surprised about that. How was what about this one over here? Fine. Hang on. Let me just download it. Here it comes. She cried. Jigger, jigger. There it is. Fine. Put it up. Move this. Everything's hard. Doink. Download. There you go. There you go.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
I mean, again, this is like, Wolverine Prime.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
Yeah, so again, there's lots. So they end up in this nether region. You see the 20th Century Fox logo there. And what this really turns into is a really, I would say, very, very heartwarming ending, and also a celebration of the 20th Century Fox superhero universe.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine.
I mean, yeah, and I hate to say it, he is perfect for this role. Right, and he's still put 20 years later, and they say that at the end. Ryan Reynolds said, now you've made it through the Disney universe. They begin ringing out, they're going to make you do this till you're 90. Till you're 90. I mean, and there's lots of break the full stuff. It's very good. Matthew McFadden's a bad guy.
Let down his entire world.
The action and the fighting is off the chart awesome. It's all I found it very, very good. I like that a lot.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
Life is a mystery.
I mean, this is very much like delivering things that every comic book fan has wanted. Again, I am not massively into Marvel. I knew this. I'm like, and this looks like it's plucked directly from the pages, right? This looks like it was drawn by what's his name, John Buscema. I can't remember his name.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man.
Oh, they had the X, whatever it is, the girl that follows him in it.
The X.
Well, they had it's a great conceit because they're in this like nether region where like anything that ceases to exist goes. They can have different people play the roles. It's a different, or maybe there's the same ones. I don't know, right? I don't know. There's somebody else. There was somebody different playing Juggernaut.
X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Yeah, and again, if it doesn't look like a 20th Century Fox logo in the back, that's kind of brilliant, right? If it doesn't feel like they're trying to deliver every comic book geek's fantasy, then I don't know how they can present it any more clearly. The taxi driver from the other one wasn't in it, and also T.J. Miller, obviously. I think I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was a bad boy or not, right? I know he was Me Too.
Boys are so silly.
Oh, she's awesome. I mean, such a great villain. And she looks great. This absolutely totally works.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look, them being inside a giant Ant-Man costume, right? As a base, that gives you the vibe.
Big slow motion
Oh, and this dog is awesome. Does a lot of licking faces.
action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair representation. Oh, yeah, so this is one of the Miss Doctor Strange circly transporter things, and he calls it, glowy Disney circle.
Yeah!
It is the best use of Madonna sound.
Do some cocaine.
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! But I can't.
So, yeah, again, I think that's a very good trailer. It was very representative. Right, so they're in this Never region, and they meet up with Jennifer Garner's Elektra, Wesley Snipes' Blade, and they're all great as it. They're actually better than they ever were before. And Channing Tatum playing Gambit, right? And oh god, he's enjoying it so much, but he's too fat. I'm saying to Stanley Chatham, it should have been 20 years ago. But they're like. There is a line that saying, we are people that were forgotten. And he says, oh, no, they never even knew. And you can really hear, like, it pained him not to be Gambit. And, he did that whole thing with a Creole accent. I couldn't understand a word. And so Deadpool said, I can't understand a word you're bloody saying. Right? Which I thought was very good. Then in the last act, finally, Wolverine, what's his name? Hugh Jackman puts on the Wolverine head thing, right? And they have a massive fight. Again, the fights are fantastic. I can see why they didn't use the traditional mask in the movies before. It looked stupid. And it looked exactly like the comic, and it looked stupid, right? You couldn't pull it off. It just genuinely doesn't work at all. But good on them for trying. And again, Deadpool says to the camera, it's taking you 20 years to do this. And they even make fun of breaking the fourth wall where they have somebody else do it and they do it badly. But again, every comic book fans it's a wet dream fantasy time, right? And then at the end, right, you have over the titles. Are you waiting for like a mid scene, title scene? And instead they play a video retrospective of the entire 20th Century Fox superhero universe with, Hugh Jackman in it throughout. Like you see him when he's younger, you see them making, and they reference every movie, right? And it's really lovely, right? It's a really lovely little recitation of like, oh man, and they played it to Time of Your Life. It was great. And it was like in Star Trek 6 when you had them all sign off at the end. It was a beautiful ending, right? To the and I think a somewhat perfect ending to the 20th Century Fox, superhero universe. I love that they did that as well. It really showed so much care and love for the source material, and that's also very true. Care and love for the source material dripped through every pore of this movie. It was very, 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 very genuine, right? Again, I'm very surprised. There's no one more surprised than me at how good I think it is, and I really thought it was very, very, very good.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.